It's I, Phil Crax. This is the Phil Crax Show. Let's start my opening monologue. You know what a monologue is, right? So, opening monologue. You don't hear me finish that, do you? No. This is start monologue. Okay, so, why did the chicken cross the road? You probably don't want to hear the punchline. What's the punchline part one? Okay. Why did the man take his chicken to get? You don't hear that punchline. Why did the woman with the ugly hair stop her toe on the cement? You don't. You shouldn't hear that punchline. You should be mad when you hear it. I don't know. How about why did? No, you don't hear that one. Okay. So man goes. No, you don't hear that one. Let's just pick better punchlines. In fact, we would consider. Some people are writing me saying they don't like some of my punchlines. I think about a contest where people could send in better punchlines to some of my jokes. We'll see. But the punchlines, the jokes I always showed, they're worse than the jokes of Mr. Knockhurst. You know Mr. Knockhurst, right? He does those bad knocker jokes like, you know, I should have finished that one. Not just because you don't want to hear it, but because that joke sucks. Like this. It sucks. It sucks. So, now it's time to read the results of the Phil Crax Survey. We say a survey. We ask, would we rather have a prostate problem or a posture problem? Prostate problem, prostate problem. 9 people said prostate, 20 people said posture. We got a lot of results that weren't even the answer. We got potency problem, and pressure problem, and peer pressure problem, and paint problem. Those are not the results. We got 85 people who said who gives a crap? Our survey was brought to you by the lower P. But now it's time for the Phil Crax Tongue Twister. Get it? Tongue Twister. Time for a tongue twister. Peter Pan pranced past Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. Wonderful. Speaking of P and Peter and such, here is the return of a guest, Peter Pluk. Do you model Peter Pluk? Before he comes on, I will take a bathroom break. I hope I don't break the bathroom. Get it? Peter Pluk, you're on.
Yes, I am back. And this is my back. That was my back. Hardy ha ha, ha ha ha. Laugh. Huh.
Good job, Peter Pluk. Good job. Kinda. Well, I'm back. Back. I'm back to the bathroom. back. Now it's time for a little report. The reports of a strike at the high school. Lots of students are going on strike. To tell you about the report, here is the one and only public school man. It's true. The school students are on strike. At the public schools, they're striking. They're complaining that school's not fair. They do too much schoolwork, they do too much homework. They want demands. They have demands and they don't want to go to school unless they get less homework, less schoolwork, more recess. I talked to some of them. They told me to get a life. They're lucky they're in public school, or else I would have killed their parents or something. I have no idea if there's any strikes going on at the public school, or the military school, or the boarding school, but the public school, students are refusing to do anything that has to do with school, except for protests. Hopefully it'll be resolved soon. Everyone will be in public school, but they're on strike. Wow. But back to you, Phil. Thank you, public school man. He's over public school man. And now, here's first announcements to tell you about a class he's going to be doing on the 34th Street Bowling Alley. Let's listen to him. The class might be important. Might.
Thank you, Phil Crax. This semester,
I'll be teaching a class on how to play golf. I'll be teaching it at the bowling alley down 34th Street. It's 34th Street bowling alley, not drinking at 17th bowling alley, but it's 34th Street bowling alley on 34th Street. Just ask for me for some nonsense. Tuition will be $34 a week. So come out to the bowling alley, learn to play golf, learn to slam dunk and touchdown. I'll be the teacher. That's the class that Professor Nonsense is going to teach. Well, that's the class Professor Nonsense is going to teach. Now, I just want to tell you that 34th Street, is actually where the bowling alley is having its name changed. Yeah. A lot of alcoholics like to hang out at 34th Street. Some even drink alcohol there. So it's going to be changed to Alcoholic Avenue. So are you an alcoholic? To go down to Alcoholic Avenue, formerly 34th Street. You go there. Yeah. You enjoy being an alcoholic. They have an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. I don't think anyone goes to them. Alcoholics hang out at Alcoholics Avenue. So you're recommended. Thanks, Professor Nonsense. Well, the bowling alley is at 34th Street, but for 34th Street, there's its name changed. So, are you an alcoholic? Then you might want to go to Alcoholics Avenue. For 34th Street, it's changed its name to Alcoholics Avenue because all the alcoholics hang out there and get drunk there and sell alcohol without a license. It's a perfect place if you're an alcoholic. So go down to Alcoholic Avenue, formerly 34th Street. Now I'm business from one of our sponsors. And a acquaintance of mine, Dirty Diaper Daniel, is going to start a dancing group. And he needs dancers to join his group. Yeah. It'll be at the former dancing center on 34th Street, 123 34th Street. So now it's 123 Alcoholic Avenue. He's a former dancing group. Yeah, Dirty Diaper Daniel's naming his group Daniel and the Dirty Diaper Dancers. So if you'd like to be a member of Daniel and the Dirty Diaper Dancers, come on down, audition this Friday. You can be a dancer for Dirty Diaper Daniel. It's Dirty Diaper Daniel and the Dirty Diaper Dancers. I would join, but I got a life. I got this talk show at night. Now it's time for my closing monologue. I met this girl named Ashley. Some days she's very holy, on other days she's mean to everyone and very ungrateful and narcissist. We call her Ass Holy. Kidding. Her name's Ashley. We call her Ass Holy. Ass Holy. You know, I hope my next joke should be better than that one. Okay, so a man walks into a bar. No, not as good as that one. You won't want to hear the punchline. So, why the man with the safer? I don't think I hear that. So a police officer pulls over a car. Yeah. Okay. A woman looks at. Nah, so finish that. So we finish this one. Like, what is black and white and red? I don't finish that joke. You don't want to hear it, do you? Well, I'm Phil Crax, and we're going to be working hard on a show with punchlines you do want to hear. If you got great punchlines, if you would like to change my punchlines, let me know, and maybe we'll read it on the air.